That team that you played on at North Carolina had everyone from Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins, James Worthy, Brad Doherty. The list goes on. All of you could have played in the NBA. All of you were very gifted physically. The thing I wanted to understand is oftentimes I think ego comes from insecurity. And with that type of group of people, you could have had a ton of ego tearing you guys apart. What caused that not to happen?
Well, first of all, I do believe ego is in direct proportion to insecurity. The deeper your insecurity, the higher level of ego you have. I think that goes back to Coach Smith. In the recruiting process, you have to evaluate people, evaluate behaviors. So I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I'm an executive coach through an organization called Vistage, which is the oldest executive coaching organization in the country. And he was talking about what do you look for? And I think these are important things like to ask in interviews behavioral type questions because we don't often. We screw it up. We say, oh, yeah, that seemed like a good person, nice guy, nice girl, would love to have them in my organization. And then you realize they don't show up on time. They sulk. They're energy suckers, not energy givers. Well, you didn't really do your research. So Coach Smith, they would study you, like they would ask, they would watch how you behaved. And a friend of mine, a client yesterday said, well, what did you look for besides their way they shot the ball and their stats? I said, I wanted to see how they walked to the bench. How did they take instruction from the coach? When they were subbed out, did they throw a towel and kick the chair? Or did they sit on the bench next to the coaches, listen, and did they cheer for their teammates? What were they like in a huddle? What were they like taking water from a manager? What did they do when they finished with the cup? Did they throw it at the manager? Did they drop it? Did they leave it? Did they pick it up and put in the trash? Those little things matter because they show up, especially under stress.